Hello everyone, welcome back to this YouTube channel. If this is your first time of checking out on this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel by smashing the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so you get notifications whenever we upload new videos. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make this gorgeous Ankara headband. So be sure to watch the entire video to the end so you don't miss a thing. The materials we'll be needing for this tutorial are Ankara fabric. You may want to use bridal satin. I'll also be needing a pair of scissors, Alice band, measuring tape, Tailor's chalk, UHU gum, and lastly I'll be needing hot glue gun. Now let's jump right into the tutorial. I will start off by taking measurements of the fabric, and I've gone ahead to measure the fabric and I also cut out the fabric. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to be telling you the measurements I use. For the width, I use 10 inches. So this is my 10 inches for the width. And the length of the fabric is 45 inches. So this is my 45 inches. This fabric is going to serve as the main fabric that I'll be using to form the ruffle. And here I have another fabric that will serve as the inner fabric, and the measurement is 2 inches by 20 inches. The width is 2 inches and the length is 20 inches. I'm going to set this aside and I'll measure out another fabric which I'm going to be using to cover the Alice band. And the measurement of this fabric is 2.5 inches by 16 inches. I actually got this measurement from the Alice band. The width of the Alice band is the length is about 40 inches or thereabout. So I added extra 2 inches to give me 16 inches for the fabric, and the width is about 2.5 inches. Okay, so this is my fabric that I'm going to be using to cover the Alice band. Okay, so this is me trying to take measurements of the width. This is about 2.5 inches to 3 inches. Now I'm going to cover the Alice band with the Ankara fabric, and this is me trying to apply my UHU gum, after which I will place the Alice band on the fabric. The entire length of the fabric is 16 inches and the Alice band is 14 inches. So it means we have extra 1 inch from on both ends of the fabric, and that is what I'll be folding in here. So I just folded 1 inch in, and from the other end I'm still going to fold in the extra 1 inch. And here I'm just going to repeat what I did to the other end here by folding in the 1 inch excess. So it's now time to fold in the fabric from both ends. I'm just trying to cut out some excess fabric, after which I will apply my gum and I'll keep folding in the fabric. This process is very easy and simple, so I'm sure you understand everything that is going on the screen. All you need to do is to apply gum and fold in the fabric. And while applying gum, you want to be careful so you don't mess up your work. I mean, you want a very neat work that will be presentable, so you have to be careful whenever you are working with gum so you don't start having gum stains on your work. After covering the Alice band with the fabric, the inside is not so neat, so we may need to cover it up with either a ribbon or bias stripe. And so I'm just going to be using my bias stripe to cover it up. And here I'll apply my gum, and I'll just cover that middle part up with the bias stripe. After covering with the bias stripe, I'm going to cut out the excess bias stripe, and then I will set the Alice band aside. Now I will take the 45 by 10 inches fabric. With the right side facing up, I'm going to fold into 2 equal halves. And after folding, I'm going to be stitching from the wrong side. Okay, so this is the wrong side. I will stitch from this point to the other point, and after stitching I have this. So now this is the wrong side of the fabric. I'm going to take my scissors. I'll be using it as a lobe turner to turn the fabric to the right side. I'm going to arrange the fabric and bring the part that is sewn to the middle. And so this is the part that is sewn. The next thing I'm going to be doing now is to take my inner fabric. This is the inner fabric we cut out initially, and the width is 2 inches while the length is 20 inches. So now I'm going to tuck the inner fabric in with the aid of my scissors. At this point, I will arrange the ruffle. Can you see? So I will just use my hand to pull and arrange the ruffle, after which I will take one end of my work and I'll be folding in this way. So just pay close attention to what I'll be doing on the screen. And you want to ensure that while you are folding, you fold the inner fabric, you fold it in such a way that the inner fabric will not go inward, or the inner fabric will not slip off the main fabric, which is the ruffle we've made. And this is how you want to fold the fabric, and you also fold the other parts to overlap. Don't forget, this is the sewn part. Okay, so we are using the sewn part as the back of our work. And now I'll take my office pin and pin this down. We are going to be stitching this, but before I take this to my sewing machine, I'll just pin it down. And then for the other side, I'm just going to be repeating the same thing, but then I need to arrange my work properly. Okay, so the sewn part is always is the back side of our work, so you have to be conscious of that while you are folding your fabric before you take it to the sewing machine and stitch. Before I will proceed any further, I will take the Alice band and place my work on the Alice band. I'm trying to determine the outcome of my work on the Alice band before I proceed. Okay, so once I'm sure this is the length I want, I will just fold in like I will arrange the ruffle, and I feel it's okay this way. Now I'll cut out the excess fabric, I mean the inner fabric we cut out initially. We cut out 20 inches, so about 15 to 16 inches is all I need. So I'm just going to cut out the excess, and at this point I will repeat what I did to this end. I will repeat the same procedure to this other end by folding in the fabric. Remember, this is the sewn part of the fabric, so you always want to be conscious of this whenever you want to fold in the fabric. And now I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and stitch this part down. And after stitching, I have this. And this is how I will be placing the ruffle on the Alice band. And to glue this down, I will be using hot glue gum. You have to determine where you want to start placing your work on the Alice band. You may want to measure 3 inches from both ends, and then you go ahead and start placing your work or gluing the work down to the Alice band. And don't forget, is this sewn part that you are placing on the Alice band. So the sewn part is this part that I'm just pressing down on the Alice band. You don't want the sewn part of the fabric or the part that you stitch to be upward. After gluing the ruffle to the Alice band, I'll go ahead and arrange my work on the Alice band, and this is the finished look of our Ankara headband. You can replicate this design with bridal satin fabric. And that will be all for today's tutorial. If you got value from watching this video, don't forget to like, share and comment on this video. Also smash the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you get notifications whenever we upload new videos.